commands, I will teach you from the DBA perspective whatever is required so that you can comfortably work as a Oracle DBA.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So then you welcome. So by the end of the course, you know both Oracle on Windows and Oracle on Linux also. I will tell you how to update your CV, what are the points, how to prepare your CV also. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So I have two servers here which are 24 hours backup. Always you can access anytime you want. Fine.
Okay.
So we have tool. Through the tool you can access my server. Or if you have a laptop, desktop, I can help you to install on your system. So that in home also you can learn.
Yeah, I have a laptop, so.
Then I can help you, not a problem.
Okay.
As you wish. I have two labs. One is at your home, one is in my lab. Anything you can access. Not a problem.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay. So in Oracle DBA course, it is 30 to 35 hours. Okay. And one hour each day. And if you are okay and weekends, fine. It all depends on your availability or comfortability. We can have 1 hour or 2 hours session in the weekends also. But we will be finishing faster also. Right? So I will teach theory and I will do practicals myself. You will be monitoring it. And once I get over, same practical lab course content and notes I will share with you. You just execute the same thing. So I am executing your thing now. Same thing I will go to share with you. I prepared special practical lab notes for that. Very simple level. It's an example. So you will see and you will do yourself. So you know theory, you have done the practicals, you have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. How our session goes. So Oracle DBA course is divided into 3 parts. Oracle architecture, database architecture, and the backup and recovery part, and then performance tuning part. So 3 parts, right? Each approximately 10 hours.
Backup and the next one?
Performance tuning. Performance tuning.
Oh, okay.
Right? So after the completion of each topic, we make sure that both practical and theory is completed, nothing is left. Once it is done, we will move to the next topic.
Okay.
So we will have a question and answer session. At that time, any doubts, any clarification, theory, practical, anything you want, you can ask me. While working together, note on the paper, in the class, you ask me, make clear, then we proceed for the next topic.
Okay.
So it goes, right? So as a Oracle DBA, you will have to you will get a job of like a supporting DBA kind of a jobs usually, right? Initial to maintain the production databases, patching, all those things, right? Creation of users, stable spaces, and then during the downtime, shutdown and restart, all those things. If the applications are running on that, you may get trained to how to start applications, right? How to take backup and recovery. If the backup and recovery is already implemented, if it fails, you have to check and how to check, how to fix them or rerun them, right? And performance, any issues in the performance, you have to work on why it is, what is the problem, where exactly the problem lies, all the things, diagnosis, analysis, and fixing the problem. All the things I am going to teach you along with the live examples. Whatever problems I should have worked, same thing I am going to show you and explain you. Some of the we will do some case studies where I am going to create the real-time situation, like your data file is crashed, database crashed. We will simulate it and I will fix it back. Getting it right?
Okay.
Backup, we take the backup and assume that the main data files all the is corrupted. So in that case, if you have a backup, how to restore from the backup, how to recover database, bring it up online. All those case studies we will do. I will do it. Then I will ask you to do it. Same notes I will give you. So you are done.
Okay.
So this is how it works. So in architecture, we are going to talk about Oracle installation of Oracle. This 11G mentioned, old it is, I will make it 11. Okay, 11 is the latest. Now 12 is already in the market, but still, as per my knowledge, hardly 10% of the companies have implemented it. You know why? Have you heard of 12C?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Quite new and it's completely different architecture. So it is not yet implemented. So companies will not take risk because it's a completely different technology, and probably once it takes time, but still 11G is in running everywhere.
Okay.
One batch and 12C just 1 month back. Just fine. So we are going to learn install database on 11G and configure the Oracle software install. After installation of software, we will create the database. Okay, and database can be created in 2 ways. One is using the GUI tool. There is a tool available That is called database configuration assistant, or we can create it in command line. All practical, I will do it. You will just monitor that, and you can do it once again. Okay. Once the database is there, some manage instance, manage the database storage procedure. Storage procedure structures means right. Whatever data we store ultimately on the files, like you create a Word document, you store the data, right?
Yeah.
The same way we store the data on the hard disk. So those storage structures are called table spaces. Ultimately, it's a file on the disk, simple as that, nothing else. So how to store, you manage those storage structure. When the space is full, how to allot the more space to the users and objects, creating advanced users accounts. Obviously, security is important concern. How to create the users and assign them different privileges based on their role. Like developers have different privileges, DBAs have different privileges, right? Like that. The senior developers will have a different privileges. All those things, how to create, and we will do practically. Perform backup particularly. So once the database is up and running in production, it is a mandatory that every day we must take the backup in case of major crashes happens, or natural calamities, like earthquake, flood, fire, anything happens, total hardware failure. We have whatever it is, in order to keep the business continuity, we must have the backup. Otherwise, we have to close the organization itself, right? Especially when it's banking, just in defense, think of the criticality they have. All mission critical servers, right? So we cannot afford to lose even single record.
Yeah.
So important it is. So Oracle is the best database in that case. We cannot lose single database if you strictly follow what Oracle recommends. So how to take the backup in case of such events, how to recover, all those things we will discuss and we do practically, and monitor and maintain it. As a DBA, daily you have to monitor some log files. Any application in the world you take, every application, it could be a SAP, PeopleSoft, or a CRM, a database, DB2, any application you take, you have one thing in common called log file. Where log file, all the details are logged. It could be any problem. Probably some of the problems may need proactive measures. Some of them can be ignored.
What is that file? Log file.
Log file. See, when a problem is there, what you will do? You will go and check the logs, right?
Okay.
Log file. Log file. Any problem happens, the application will write the problem details in the file. That file is called log file.
Okay, log file. Okay.
Log file. So that we will discuss. Those are very, very important in the DBA. Every day you have to check those log details. And any problems are there, you have to troubleshoot. User comes to you saying, yesterday I was able to create tables, today I can't create a table. Yesterday I was able to access my colleague's table, XYZ, today I can't access. He might have lost the privilege. You have to check why it is not accessed. You have to give him access again because he wants to access for the development activity. Some kind of a troubleshooting you will do, right? And some new user will join the organization. You have to create a user and assign some privileges and roles. All those things have to give. Configure Oracle Net Service. So once Oracle database is in the data center, you need to access it from your office or from home remotely, right? How to configure that net services? How to access production database from your laptop, from your desktop? You may work from home, you may work from different location, right? Still you can always access the production. So in that case, what are the configuration required? What are the network related files? Those things we'll discuss. We'll configure also. I have a lab where I have 2 servers. I will connect and that network connectivity I will configure. I will show you. You can also do it once, right?
Okay.
So move data between the databases and files. Suppose customer wants to move data from one database to another database. That thing we will discuss. There are some utilities, tools like export, import. Using that, we can move the data between the multiple databases. One database in California, another is in Chennai. We can move data from there to here, sitting in any location. From your laptop only, we can do all those things, right?
Okay.
All those things we will simulate in your lab and we will see, right? So then, so this is what general discussion. Then we will discuss architecture, Oracle database architecture. Oracle database architecture is a very, very interesting architecture. It is something like, suppose you consider a simple example, a very complex multi-story building, say 10 floors. Okay, I will assign you a job of this way. You are the administrator of this building. You own an office also will provide, and you have full power to have full control. Anybody they want to execute, they have to ask you. At the same time, you are responsible to make that everything is smooth. If any issues, you have to take care of the fixing the issue. You might be having the labors, securities, or people, manpower to fix it, but you have to know. But for all the things to do successfully, first you must understand the architecture of the building.
Yeah.
Right? So what you will do the moment you get the position of administrator of the building, first one round you will go all the floors and check how many floors, how many blocks, left, A, B, what is the door number, how many houses, what is the carpet area, right? Where is the bedroom, kitchen, dining hall, manager office. So you come out with complete understanding of the complex architecture of the building. It might be having swimming pool at the last terrace. There may be a walking lawn. There may be a basketball court at the top floor. Right?
Yeah.
So once you completely roam around and sit at the come back, now you have understood the complete architecture of the building. And if any issues, they say this floor, this house, immediately you know where exactly it is happening. You will rush to the place immediately to observe it. Right? Each point is addressable and you know it because you know you have understood the architecture so well that immediately you know, hey, yes, I know this is exactly what is happening. You know, I'm going to call the concerned people and tell them to rush there. Right? So the benefit of administration became easy because you understood the architecture of the building. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Yeah. Right.
So in the same way, we will enter this complex architecture, database architecture. No? We will enter inside and we will completely study it so that you know how to administer at the end.
Yeah.
Got my point, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So that is architecture. Very interesting. And then managing after the once you understood the architecture, we start creating objects, a table, with the data. Data may be details of the students, right?
Yeah.
Details of the any medicine in case of medical shop, details of the food items in case of a hotel, whatever it is. We create something called tables where we store the data, how to create table, how to store the data, all the things we will, how to manage the tables. And obviously once we should know how to manage the data. We may have to insert data, update data, delete data. We do DML operations, data manipulation language, right?
Okay. So
yeah. We do it manually using SQL. But what happens each and every time if you keep on typing those SQL, it is a cumbersome. It is a labor time consuming job, right?
Yeah.
So what we do, we keep a couple of such SQL statements, say 10 SQL statements, keep it in a one block. We call it in the program. That is coding. That's what people, developers will do. Those programs are divided into various categories based on their function, like procedure, function, packages, triggers. I think you might be knowing about this slightly since you are a developer. Right? These will perform various activities. For example, you draw the 10,000 rupees cash from your account. Immediately, your 10,000 rupees is deducted from your account. Right? The moment you take it from the ATM, there is a trigger which will be monitoring. It will immediately update your table where 20,000 will reduce to 10,000 because you took the 10,000, and it will mention it is a debit, date, account name, account holder name, location, everything it will go. Like this, these programs will do automatically. Ultimately, but a group of SQL statements will update a DML operation. So we talk about those objects, how to manage those objects, and how to create user. Again, security is one of the most important concern in any application. Some of the data may be very confidential. We cannot give access to everybody, right? How to maintain the security, all the things we talk about, okay? And something called roles, the group of privileges which we assign to the particular user, right? So we talk about those and schema objects, views, tables, synonyms, all those things. And once it is over, then we will talk about the Oracle networking part. Complete how to configure Oracle networking. Probably one, you assume that you have a working in a company which has two production databases. One is California, another is in Los Angeles. Those both the production databases are connected by network.
Yeah.
Update one data, it will be automatically updated to some other table in other database. Connectivity between the two databases. How it happens? What are the configuration files responsible for this to happen? All those things we will study, we will discuss, and practically we will do it on my lab. I will show you. This is called distributed databases.
Okay.
Suppose a simple example. Tell me any shopping mall popular brand in America, US. Any popular shopping mall?
There is Galleria.
Galleria. Say Galleria might be having 30 branches all over the US. Okay. Head office is in California or Philadelphia. Head office, the management wants to know that at any moment a single item is sold anywhere across the 30 branches spread across the US, maybe a small toothbrush. It is updated, bill is done, billing is immediately, it will update in the local database. At the same time, it must update in the main production server at the head office in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the management will get to know across all the branches what is the business happened today.
Okay.
Right? And what is the profit? What is the stock today? Everything they will get to know sitting at the one location. This is distributed database. This we will discuss. Very interesting. So once you learn, I will tell you, your profile skills will be hot king in the market. Believe me, you can reach any heights if you are really Oracle database, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. It is out of innumerable of opportunities available for Oracle database. Anywhere you will get. So we will discuss all those things and whatever practical I implement, I share the knowledge. Okay. If it's not the same, definitely you will be absorbed very quickly in any company. Right?
Okay.
So after networking is over, we talk once all the things have, our final topic comes to management, performance. Initially we will implement database. After 6 months, people start complaining. They keep calling, Divya, this is a problem. Divya, I am not able to update. It is yesterday it was taking 5 seconds, today it is taking 2 minutes. Someone will come, it was taking just 5 minutes. Today 1 hour still my report is not generated. What is the problem? Performance tuning starts. By default, whatever we do, the system is not intelligent as a human being. The simple example, if you get a notebook, what you will do? You will write the first page, you will write the second page, third page. You will never go to 10 page and leave the blank, right? Human being is intelligent to make sure that you write page by page without wasting the space.
Yeah.
Right? But system is not like that. What happens? It will insert data. Tomorrow you update something. If there is no blocks are not available, it will write somewhere else, whichever is accessible immediately.
Oh, okay.
So what happens in the industry, lot of DMLs are happening, update, insert, delete will be happening continuously. Like business, start today 10,000 soaps, tomorrow 5,000, so many sold. The update has happened, right? Start continuous operations happening. What happens? That time the records are written to multiple blocks. Those blocks are initially at the one location, but as the DML keeps happening, the blocks are getting spread across the different locations, hard disk. When you want to access it, it takes long time because it has to search for the blocks which are spread unevenly in opposite manner in different locations of the hard disk. Right? So mechanically, it is slow.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What happens? So start complaining, the wait is slow. Immediately, what you have to do? You have to make sure that again the data is written in a particular location so that the head will access immediately. That is performance problem. There are some activities which are done on monthly basis, weekly basis, quarterly basis. By that, again, you will improve the performance as before. So we talk about this. But suddenly goes down, you check everything is fine, or hardware is new, you have multiprocessor, high-speed system, but still it is not faster. What happened? It's a very complex system, like a human being body, right, from top to bottom. Right? So it's very difficult. So when the times of 8 and 9, it was very, very difficult for DBA to analyze because there are thousands of things to analyze. Now, 10G onwards, the life of DBA is very easy. Oracle has come out with excellent tools like AWR, EDBM, automatic workload repository, automatic database diagnostic monitor. These diagnostic tools are so good, excellent that if you know how to generate these reports, that at the end, the report will tell you these are the problems because of this database problem, database performance gone down 60%, and at the end it will give a suggestion in a column saying to improve the performance, these are the actions to be taken. By that, after taking the actions, you can expect the 25% of the improvement in the database. Imagine so friendly, right? You need not have to scratch it. Everything will tell you. Just you generate the reports and you follow the suggestion given by the advisors. They are called report advisors. SQL advisor, access advisor, memory advisor. So we talk about how to generate AWR. Can you see my page, right? Right? Automatic workload repository, ADBM. The theory we will do, and practically I am going to generate and show you. Then I'll ask you to do that. Right? You will generate report and the report also we will read. By that we will try to find out what are the problems in the database. So if you know AWADM, fantastic, you are done with. Right? So
Yeah.
we'll talk about actual tuning advisor, access advisors, all these things comes inside this report. Okay? So this is about the performance tuning, right? After that, we will talk about the, we will try to create a real-time situations like loss of control. There are some important critical files like control file, error log file, data files. Data files are those where our actual organizational data is stored. We talk about them, and if they are corrupted, if they are lost, how to restore from the backup. Those things we will discuss. And in 10G onwards, Oracle into something called flash backup database. You are aware of what is flashback by chance?
No.
Flashback is an excellent feature. For example, simple example I'll tell you. Assume that a new DBA, he joined just recently, you don't know much. Production access is given to him, and accidentally he dropped a very critical important table in the production database.
Okay.
It dropped means it is impossible to get it back. Gone. Right? If you have a backup, again to restore the backup and all, it takes 5 to 6 hours, right? Depending on the data. Or you may have to have a separate server to restore it back. But within 5 minutes, you want the table back. Customer production database it is. Imagine the situation. If that is the case, the company may lose the complete customer itself support order, right? So to address such problems, Oracle has introduced excellent ultimate feature is called flashback database. That means if the user dropped the table, immediately he got to know he made a mistake, and he goes and tells his manager. Using this flashback database, we can get the dropped table back to the database within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So there are different types of flashback features. We will discuss theory, practically will execute and show you. Okay?
It sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. For example, you assume that you are account manager, you upgrade salary of employee from 10,000 to 15,000. Okay? Afterwards 15,000, you got to know mistake you make it 18,000. By mistake someone disturbed, called you, and you went there and came back. By the time you came back, you forgot what exactly you did. You don't know whether you increased salary or reduced the salary. Simple example, okay? Because you are doing lot of other activities. So you got confused now. Then it's critical situation. You cannot afford to say I forgot. Imagine it is very critical. You don't know what is the actual thing, right?
Yeah.
In that case, using flashback feature, you can find out what exactly you did. What are the actual everything you can find out.
Okay.
It was 10,000, you updated to 11,000, you deleted to the data, you updated again to 5,000, you again updated to 15,000, you dropped it, you forgot. But using flashback feature, we can get the detail what exactly you did from what second you did.
Okay.
Right? So all the things are execute and change. Then you also execute it.
Okay, sure.
So if you complete all those things, you are a professional DBA.